Go.
All right, so this is Abby, and this is her roadmap to success. When I got here, the guardians were concerned about her jumping up at people and just kind of being a little bit excitable, which we would expect a lot of times when we're working with puppies. This is a little bully stick, and you can get these on Amazon in the green spot, just as a little reference for the guardians, because she loves these. So when she's starting to jump up at people, just have people ignore her. Because remember, every time we pet her, we're rewarding her. We're telling her good job. So every time she jumps up and we pet her, she's going to be more likely to do that again and again. So what we want to do is when you come home, don't pet her until she is sitting or she at least has all four paws on the ground. Then what we want to do is, say you're out and about with new people, go ahead and just ask them maybe to give her a treat and ask her to sit and then pet her. That way she starts getting in the habit of sitting and being very polite instead of jumping up. Okay, one of the exercises that we did was a leadership exercise just to help her start to adopt a follower mindset and to look to her guardians for direction and leadership. So I want them to work on this each once a day for the next 2 weeks. I also want to encourage you to work on the focus exercise where you're going to take some treats and put them in your hands and wait for her to look up to you on her own. We want her to be able to do this because it's going to help build her confidence and help her start to come over to you when you give her permission to have the treat. So we want her, over time, you can start to increase how long you have her look up to your face, and then we'll be able to build that kind of confidence in her, and then increase her ability to focus on just you and cancel out distractions around her. So I would encourage you to work on that exercise until you get up to about 30 seconds where she can hold that eye contact, and then you give her a treat and say focus. Okay, so keep working on that. That's something that you can include throughout her life. Abby, good girl, Abby. Just as a good way, if say she were to get really excitable and distracted about something, it's a great way to help her start to focus on you and cancel out distractions. So say you're at a restaurant and she starts getting excitable because she sees that there's somebody out and about with another dog. This is a great way to help her focus on you for a time being and cancel out other distractions. Another thing that we worked on, and I'll refer you to the video above for specific directions, but to start doing the drop it command and practice that with her on a fairly routine basis so she gets comfortable with knowing that she will be giving something up and getting it back more times than she has something taken away permanently. So over time, this isn't as much of a training exercise for her, so she's going to learn how to drop it fairly quickly. However, you want to keep doing this exercise with her so that way she feels like she gets to have her items given back to her more than things are taken away. So this is just to help her kind of feel comfortable when you take something away permanently, that most of the time she will get items back. I want to remind you to use the structured walk with the martingale collar to help her stop pulling on the leash and do loose leash walking, and to use our petting with a purpose technique to pet her when she's doing good behavior, and to ask her to sit before you start petting her. And that will just kind of gives her her own little job, and it helps her build manners over time. You can use the invisible boundary method that we use for the leadership exercise by the front door, and keep her out of the living room and other areas in the house. And the rules being that she should have permission to get on the furniture, ask her to sit first, and then give her permission to get up on the couch, and to have her sit before going through doors. All right, remember, everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.